Firefighting in Canada this week is brought to you by VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. In this edition, an e-bike caught fire in a Toronto subway car, and 2 tenants in Hamilton, Ontario have been charged following a deadly blaze. Then, we've rounded up recent fire chief promotions, appointments, and retirements across Canada. An e-bike burst into flames on a subway car in Toronto on New Year's Eve. The fire was caused by the failure of a lithium-ion battery powering the e-bike. One person was hurt and treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Toronto Fire Chief Matt Pegg says fires sparked by lithium-ion batteries are a growing concern in the city. 55 fires were ignited by the failure of a lithium-ion battery in 2023, up from 29 fires in 2022. 2 tenants in Hamilton who survived a fire that killed 4 others at a townhouse nearly 1 year ago have been charged after an investigation found that smoke alarms in the unit had been disabled, reported CTV News. The charges stem from a fire that broke out at a home on Derby Street on December 29, 2022. The blaze left 2 adults and 2 children dead. Charges include failing to notify the landlord that the smoke alarms were disconnected, not operating or impaired, and for disabling the alarm. The tenants could face jail time and pay a fine of up to $50,000 if they are convicted. Several fire chiefs are in new roles across the country. Red Deer County in Alberta appointed Drayton Bussiere as its new fire chief. Michael Kay was promoted to fire chief of the Saanich Fire Department in British Columbia. Travis Whiting is leaving the Okanagan after nearly 7 years at the helm of Kelowna Fire to answer the call in the Yukon, taking over as chief of the Whitehorse Fire Department. Saskatoon Fire Chief Morgan Hackle is retiring after 36 years of service. Jason Pillen is the new chief for Essex Fire and Rescue Services. Wissahickon First Nation made Matt Picard its new fire chief. The township of Rideau Lakes appointed Mark McFalls as its interim fire chief, while the outgoing interim fire chief, Andy Moore, will be moving to Perth to be that town's assistant fire chief of prevention and training. Del Blackney is joining South Frontenac Fire and Rescue as the town's new fire chief and director of emergency services. Petrolia and Enniskillen Township promoted Rick Cousins to fire chief. He is taking over from Chief Jay Arns, who is retiring. Thunder Bay Fire Chief Greg Hankio is also retiring after more than 32 years of service. And the town of Caledon hired Jeff Fairbarn as its new deputy fire chief. Thanks again to VFIS of Canada, a division of CVIS Incorporated, Canada's largest insurer of firefighters. Stay tuned for our next episode on Friday, January 19th.